Georgia man who won Supreme Court gay rights case agrees to $825,000 settlement. A Georgia county has agreed to settle a lawsuit brought by a man whose case was one of three that led to a U.S. Supreme Court ruling that said civil rights laws protects gay, lesbian, and transgender people from discrimination in employment. The Clayton County Board of Commissioners this week approved an $825,000 settlement for Gerald Lynn Bostock. Bostock had sued the county, which sits just south of Atlanta, saying he was fired in 2013 because he is gay. During the news conference on Friday, Bostock said, quote, "I am filled with joy and words can hardly express how happy I am that this is now over," end quote. His case was one of three decided by the Supreme Court in June 2020 in a ruling that said a key part of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, known as Title VII, bars job discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity. Bostock and his lawyers stressed that he didn't go looking to be the face of this fight, but that he was willing to stand up and see it through. Attorney Tom Mew said, quote, "For a case that started out about what happened to Gerald, the individual, and us trying to make that right, it certainly became much bigger than that," end quote. He also gave credit to Donald Zarda and Amy Stevens, the plaintiffs in the other two cases that prompted the Supreme Court decision. It's a pretty big deal.
Bostock is a name over the course of the next 50 years. That will be in the legacy of, if there are 20 names in LGBT history, when we celebrate in October LGBT History Month, Bostock's name is going to be one of the names that appears.
Yeah. Alongside Obergefell, et cetera,
yes.
Right.
Lawrence versus Texas. But the thing is, as a professional mediator, I'm actually surprised how long it took for the settlements to come across. When Bostock, the decision handed down, the county basically have no room to,
we're talking
leg to stand.
Georgia.
But still, I mean, there's no point in delaying the proceedings. It's just add additional cost and pain to all parties.
We are literally talking about Atlanta, Georgia, where I lived for 5 years, and I refuse to with the large gay population it's so ass backwards. I mean, for heaven's sake, they have Herschel Walker.
You should move to Florida. You should see what's going on down there.
Right.
Oh, God. God help us.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.